Hi everyone, welcome to this new adventure. This is Sim Agent 42, and I'm going to be playing Flight Simulator as blind as I can. I've been excited about this game for a while now. Of course, we all know it looks great. And as a sort of quasi-aviation nerd, I'm going to try to learn how to fly in this thing. So, I know it's not a perfect simulation. I know that there are I've seen some reviews of pilots who are less than satisfied with the interactivity inside the cockpit, but I'm not a pilot, so I'm just a game player. So we're gonna go here, and you guys can come along with me if you want to figure this out. As soon as the thing loads. Loading times is another critique I've seen of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm guessing in post I could edit all this out, so we'll see where we get from there. Checking for updates. I know, exciting content for you guys. That's what you tune in for, is these checking for updates screens and loading screens. Personally, I've only done like one of those intro flights that you get at small airports or flight schools that they try to get you hooked on it. I've always wanted to learn to fly, just never had the funding for it. So this is sort of like, my compromise, my indulgence, that I'm gonna try to learn to fly, at least in the simulator. And, maybe sometime down the road I'll actually do my private pilot's license, so. But that is still in the future. We are here now, and I'm happy to meet you all. I'm kind of, giving myself permission to be bad at these first few videos, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that things will improve. So, this is my first time in the flight sim. I've done my best to, aside from like official trailers and stuff like that, to not watch or consume any video content from, other YouTubers, other websites, reviews, all that stuff. So I'm coming into this completely fresh and just kind of seeing what I think and sharing that all with you. So flight training is sort of what I'm looking at for right now. So basic controls and cameras. I think we're just going to go through all these one at a time, and we'll see how long they take. I don't want to make these videos too long, so we'll see. Sedona, Arizona. Okay, so I've heard about that airport before. And so this looks like to be a round-trip flight from to. So we're taking off here and landing here, getting to know the aircraft environment. This is training session will familiarize you with basic controls to spread your wings. Explore different views around the aircraft, pitch and roll the aircraft using the yoke. I'm not using a yoke, I'm using a Logitech X56 HOTAS. Skew and yaw with the rudder, add reduced power with the throttle. Flight duration 8 minutes. Okay. Have I set up my... I'm gonna cut here and go do that, and then I'll come back when we're going. And we're back. So, okay. I just checked. It seems to be recognizing my HOTAS correctly, so let's fly. And we'll do what it tells us to. I apologize for the slow start to this series. I promise it'll get better. Well, I can't promise that, but I'd like to think it would get better. Smart cam. Stall speed. I do like these high-wing aircraft, where the wings are mounted above the passenger cabin, or the cockpit. I do like the views that you're able to get, rather than trying to see around a wing. So that's my excitement. So I feel ready to fly. I don't know if I am or not.
Welcome to flight training. I'm your instructor, Captain Molina, but you can just call me Jess.
Alright, Jess.
This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good?
Sounds good.
First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Don't worry. I've got the stick while you get your bearings.
Okay. Control reference list.
Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Okay, so that's sort of...
This is Red Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, they really did a pretty good job rendering things here. Obviously, it's like probably with flight training, they've selected areas that they. So this zooms in my instruments. Forward, zooms in. It's outside there. And left and right. Use left, right, up, down to translate the camera inside the cockpit. Just trying to figure that out. Okay, so that's rotate. Just getting my bearings here. So there. I'm just fiddling around with these other joysticks on my Right. So now I know that save a custom family by pressing Control Alt 1. Okay. Oh, so that's useful for if you need to keep an eye on an instrument and like look outside. So let's do Control Alt 1. Joystick button 4. I love that. Does not give me the map to which joystick button is which. That's something that I still need to do for I need to message a printout sheet. So here's the airport. Oh, I can even like do the Linda Blair thing and turn all the way around. That's interesting. No back seats, just a cargo area. Radios, clock, attitude indicator. Because you're gonna yell at me. I'm using this view rotation feature rather than this sort of hi-hat switch. Because then you get this like jerky weirdness when you're not holding it down properly. So like it's easier to just like once I get used to it. So there's the runway. It is pretty gorgeous up here. Imagine people just do this for a living. Now I don't have throttles coming out. I don't have rudder pedals yet, so I'm just using yaw on the control stick here. You know, the It's like a twist to yaw option. But hopefully the plan is to get a set of yaw rudder pedals and something that, you know, my budget allows. This has sort of been like a project over time that I've been working on, where I want to build myself a comfy simulator rig. Nothing too crazy, like motion control, like wraparound screens. I mean, I've seen some really impressive projects. I just like something that I can sit in and deal with. Ideally, also use for motorsport simulation or racing geek as well. So that's something that I'm looking into. Of course, wheels and pedals. You can spend a lot of money there too. So I mean, do I still have to?
See if you can spot the Sedona Airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
find.
Joystick button 1.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport. Now that we're oriented, it's your turn. Time to fly this bird. The first control on our training list is the yoke. I still remember my first instructor saying the yoke is like a steering wheel. Almost. Sure, you can turn, but you can also pitch. For starters, it controls the ailerons. And the ailerons, they allow the plane to roll and bank into turns. Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
Right. Joystick is responsive.
Nice.
Yaw in here.
Now let's see you level back out.
Corrected. There we go.
Good. Of course, the yoke also controls the elevator. And the elevator affects the plane's pitch, right?
Right.
Pull back on the stick, the plane starts to climb. Give it a shot. The most valuable things in aviation are speed and altitude. But notice, when you're pitching up, your speed is decreasing. You could add more power. Or for now, let's just pitch down.
Right. Gravity is still in effect.
Just like that, your speed's picking up again as the nose pitches down. As you level back out, let's talk about another control, the rudders at your feet. Rudder pedals control the aircraft's side-to-side movement, also known as yaw. On the ground, those pedals are going to steer the plane left or right. Up here, they properly align us during turns. Try them out and watch the plane's nose skew to either side.
So to the left.
Simple enough, right? Before we go on, let's bring the plane back to straight-up flight. Make sure your dashboard is aligned 3 to 4 inches below the horizon for a cruise attitude.
But actually,
Okay, the last thing we're gonna cover now is the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. Let's see what happens when you cut all the power. Surprise, surprise, our altitude is decreasing.
so is our speed.
This might be a good time for a piloting PSA. Always keep an eye on your surroundings, because nobody likes a low-flying duck. All right, let's go ahead and throttle back up. You left the training airspace, you need to go back. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle back up. There you go. Speed is increasing, and as long as we maintain the same attitude, our altitude will keep climbing too. You're really getting the hang of your controls. Before long, you won't even need a co-pilot. Until then, if you want help with the radio or checklists or simply flying the plane, I'll be here. You can pass me the controls when you're ready to finish your session. Or keep flying. It is a great day after all.
It is a great day. So that's the runway over there. So to delegate aircraft controls, Control Alt X. This could be like a big keyboard shortcut command. Or I could probably map buttons. But yeah, we'll see. Altitude here. That's fine. So, you know, not having done it in like real aircraft. Sorry. I noticed that I overrolled that last turn. So I just want to get the hang of this. They say like 30 degrees, right? Of navigation and like cross-country flying and how to work on the radio, like talk to air traffic control, that sort of thing. So that sounds that's one of the areas that I'm interested in exploring. I hear that they're going to be adding VATSIM or other sort of virtualized air traffic control. So that's exciting, but I think that's still down the road a bit for me. So yeah, let's hand over control now and we'll show the airport, which is right there. And see what happens. Control X.
Alright, I have control. Good job.
Okay, so that was that. Control aircraft yaw, pitch, yaw. I noticed they didn't give you, like, recommendations on how much to do any of those things for safe and efficient flight. But, you know, one thing at a time, I suppose. Oh, I get a logbook. How exciting. Total time of flight. 11 minutes, 33 seconds. Okay. So I think I'm going to keep that there for right now. I'm going to end this video here, and we'll see you with the next training montage. Rocky theme optional, but probably not allowed because of copyright. But yeah, we'll go from there. See you guys next time. Thanks, bye.